There are 5 people that you'll meet here in heaven, Edward.
What killed you?
You killed me.
Eddie, there's nobody in there now.
No, there's someone there.
I was the one that shot you.
Get up and get a job.
Enough!
I'm Ruby. I'm here to tell you why your father died.
He didn't live too soon.
You were angry with me.
You burn me. You make me fire.
I killed you!
Mr. Eddie Maintenance?
Just Eddie. Where's your parents?
My mom's with her boyfriend.
Same routine, different day. This is the mundane life of Eddie, the rights maintenance man of the Ruby Field. Everything was the same. Every day was just a copy of yesterday, until the end came.
Doc!
Hello, Edward. I have been waiting for you. Oh, don't be afraid.
Who are you?
There are 5 people who will meet in heaven. Each of us was in my life for a reason. You may not have known the reason at the time, and this is what heaven is for, my friend. To understand your life back on track.
What killed you?
You,
What? I don't even know you.
perhaps not Edward. You were a child back then, and when you were playing baseball, your ball went flying into the streets. And when you chased the ball, I had no stop when I nearly killed you.
Is that what I'm here? For my sin? For justice?
No, you are here so I can teach you something. You see, the human spirit knows deep down that death doesn't just take someone, also misses someone else. And in that small distance between being taken away and also being missed, lives are changed. Example, I died, you live. We are strangers or family, we just yet to know.
Captain, is that you? What am I doing here?
5 minutes, then back here. That bomb is gonna start soon and we need to be gone. Got it? 5 minutes.
No, there's someone there.
I was the one that shot you. I shot your leg to keep you from coming back.
Why? Why? You bastard!
I took your leg to save your life. Sacrifice? You made one. I made one. We all make them. But you were angry over yours. You kept thinking about what you lost. You didn't get it. Sacrifice is a part of life. It's supposed to be. It's not something you regret. It's something to aspire to. Little sacrifices, big sacrifices. I didn't die for nothing either. Sometimes, when you sacrifice something precious, you're not really losing it. You are just passing it to someone else.
Who are you?
The woman whose the carnival you worked for is named after.
What do you mean?
I am Ruby. I'm here to tell you why your father died. Let me show you something.
Get up and get a job. Get up and get a job. Get up and get a job.
See? You ain't so hurt from that war.
Both of you have been hard on each other. What you did not know was your mother almost got raped. Your father never forgives himself, you know. The lightness you felt when you first arrived in heaven. That's because no one is born with anger. And when we die, the soul is freed from it. But now, in order to move on, you must understand why you no longer need to feel it. You need to forgive your father.
And it's all fixed. Oh Margaret, where are we?
You had to live without love for many years, didn't you? You felt like I left you too soon.
You didn't live too soon.
Maybe I did. You were angry with me, but there was a reason for it all.
You died at 47. You were the best person I ever knew. And you died and lost everything. And I lost the only woman I ever loved.
No, I was right here. Lost love is still love, Eddie. It just takes a different form, that's all. Maybe you can't see or feel them, but they will live in your memory forever. Memory becomes your partner. You nurture it, hold it, you dance with it. Life has to end, but love doesn't.
I never wanted anyone else. I was still in love with you.
Felt it? Even you. That's how strong love's love can be.
Oh, where am I now?
Tala,
Tala.
you burn me.
What? What did you say?
You burn me. You make me fire.
You were in the Philippines. The shadow in that hut. I killed you. I killed you. Oh my God, please. Forgive me. What have I done?
I am five.
5? Uh-huh. 5 years old? Oh, my fifth person.
Why is that back there?
I was sad because I was nothing. I accomplished nothing. I felt like I was supposed to be there.
Supposed to be there. Ruby Bear. Children. Keep safe. You make good for me. Supposed to be there, Eddie Maintenance.
Tala, the girl at the pier. Do you know about her? Did I save her? Did I pull her out of the way? I remember touching her ends. I felt them.
No pull. Push her legs. But don't fall. You keep her safe. Not her hands. My hands. I bring you to heaven. Keep you safe.
Before he could take another breath, Eddie submerged in a strong but silent current. Free of Tala's grasp, he floated up above the sand and above the boardwalk, above the tent tops and spars of the midway, toward the peak of a big white dress. His wife, Margaret, waiting with her arms extended. He reached for her, and he saw her smile, and the voices melded into a single word from God: home.
Slanty eyes, white face, a little monster.
You have a chink face just like your mother.
Why do you look so ugly? Here's your stupid, cheap Chinese garbage.
Jack, do you have any eyes?
Here's your stupid, cheap Chinese
Why
garbage.
do you look You have a so chink ugly? Face just like your mother.
My toys are more expensive than what
You
your
have a
dad
chink
pays
face
for
just
your
like
Why
your
do you
mother.
look so ugly? Stupid, why do you look so
You have a
ugly?
chink
You
face
look so
like your
ugly.
mother.
What are you?
Do you know why you're here?
No,
Do you know what that is?
that's. Yes, it's an origami. My mom used to make things like this.
Do you know your mom's story?
I almost didn't. I never listened. I just found out because of a letter. I went out that day. It was Shingmin, and I regretted it. One of my earliest memories started with talking. I refused to be suited, but mom took me to the kitchen and sat me down. She began folding a piece of paper. Origami, what she called it. And I became too focused on what she's doing that I forgot about crying.
You're Jack's father, right?
Yes, yes I am.
How did you meet his mother?
I picked her out of a catalog during the spring cleaning. She was sitting on a chair in the green chung sun. The catalog said she was 18, loved to dance, and spoke good English because she was from Hong Kong. But none of these facts turned out to be true. I wrote to her and received responses until the day we met, where I found out she cannot speak English. Well, I flew back to Connecticut with her and we had Jack a year later.
It was fun watching origamis run around the house. It was mom's magic. She breathed life into them. And they kept me company. At times they would get caught into trouble, but it was alright. They were having fun, and so was I.
Jack's family. Yeah, they were a neighbor. I think the little monster was like 9 or 10 at that time when they moved. His father seemed like a normal man. I was never sure why he never Chinese. It makes him never look right. Slanty eyes and white face. I wasn't even sure if the child could understand English.
Were you friends with Jack?
No, we were kids the time when I showed him my new Star Wars figurine. All he had was this worn out folded trash of paper. It's not even toys. Hey Jack, here's your stupid cheap Chinese garbage. My figurine was better, and his tiger paper destroyed my toy. Of course, I get mad.
What did you think of Jack?
I don't know. He's weird and he doesn't really fit in.
Why wouldn't he?
Well, he didn't even look like an American, and he didn't know any American stories or even the food we ate. He's just very weird.
I was bullied by my classmates, my neighbors. I don't know why. I didn't understand, but I feel like I had to fit in. My father probably knows what's happening at school, so I tried to talk to my parents, but I just blamed everything on my mother.
You have a chink face, just
Slanty
like
eyes,
your
white
mother.
face.
He's
Little
half
monster.
Do you think he can
Isn't
understand
actually
English?
American. Stop pretending to be one.
Jack,
He's
do you
half
have any
Slanty
eyes?
eyes,
What's
white
actually
face.
American?
You have a chink face,
to be
just
one.
like your
Jack,
mother.
Jack,
Do you have any eyes?
She did her best to fit in. What I wanted her to be. But she eventually gave up and just stopped talking to me. After many times of being shunned away, I had all the origami she made and lived my life. My American life. I was at an age where I wasn't interested in what she had to say. I didn't even care if she was on her deathbed that day. I was busy thinking about resumes, transcripts, other schedules. She died. She died when my plane was over in Nevada. And I couldn't care less. Couldn't care less.
I could tell that Jack's mom was a great artist because those were greatly folded origamis. I never saw an origami like that. I thought it was important for him, that's why I decorated our apartment with it.
Today is Green Bean. Can you tell us what the letter said?
The letter was written in one of the origamis I used to play with, the one she used to make for me, and in Chinese. She was an orphan. She had lost her family in a war. She had nothing other than the paper crafts in the Chinese traditions that was passed down and taught to her. Life was harsh, and the only hope that she found at that time for a better life was her uncle in Hong Kong. So she ran away. She was mistreated there, and I really just have to find out that my mom was beaten whenever she tried to learn English. It was very harsh of me to force her to speak in a language she suffered for. Around that time, she signed up for a catalog that would sell her to any American that wanted an Asian wife. It might sound absurd, but it was her own way. And there, my parents met. At first, she felt lost. No one understood her. No one knew her. But she had me, and I brought joy to her life. I came and I was a reminder that she had her family before. That they were real. I used to love her origami. It was alright. I talked to her in Chinese, but I was young and I didn't understand her. I was young, and all I could see that she didn't fit in America. It felt like she was losing everything all over again. It was Qingmin that day, and I went out for her. I miss you, Mom. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Stupid girl! Didn't I tell you to get rid of those darn matchsticks and make money?
Please.
Well then, if you're so sorry, then go get my money! And do not go home until then. Useless!
It was a cold evening. The lights were shining in all the windows, and there was a wonderful smell of roast goose, for it was New Year's Eve. A poor young girl was selling matches in the street. Her head was bare, her feet were naked, and her ice cold hands were carrying her little basket where the matches were kept. She crept along trembling with cold and hunger.
Matches! Matches over here! Matches! Matches over here! Matches!
I can go home like this. I haven't sold a single matchbox. My father will surely kill me. It's getting cold and I have nowhere to go.
She waited for a long time, but no one came to her. The little girl was shivering with cold and hunger. She tried to keep her feet underneath herself to keep her warm, but that was of no use.
Maybe I can light a match to warm my fingers.
She drew a match and struck it. It gave warmth to her cold fingers, but then it didn't last, for the flame went out. She started feeling cold again. So she struck another match. That one burned so bright a miracle happened. She could see through the wall where the light of the match fell.
Their lives must be nice. White cloth spread on the table, fancy plates are on the top of the table, and what is that I smell? Of course, stuffed roasted
Then
goat.
she saw something she couldn't believe. The goose jumped from the dish, with the knife and the fork still in its breast, and it ran towards her. The match went out. The scenery went back to the cold wall, so she lit up another one. Suddenly, the twinkling lights on the Christmas tree seemed to be the stars in the sky.
Oh, someone must have died and ascended to God. Just what like Grandma used to say.
The little match girl lights another match, and there stood her grandmother, whom she misses so much.
Please, Grandma, please take me with you. When the match goes away, you will just leave me and vanish just like everything else.
She then rubbed the whole bundle of matchsticks quickly to keep her grandmother near her. There, a dashing and brilliant light shined, and her grandma looked so beautiful and tall from before. They flew so high, with light and joy, in that peaceful place, with God.
Her feet are buried under 3 inches of snow.
But in the corner, leaning against the wall, sat the little girl with red cheeks and smiling mouth, frozen to death on the last evening of the old year. Stiff and cold sat the child, there with her matches, of which one bundle had been burned.
It was filled with enchantment.
Oh!
But the frostbites got
What happened here?
petrified.
Do you know this girl? You know her?
I heard that she was selling matches last night. It's so cold. She wanted to warm herself.
Found herself chasing the light. She was just looking for the kind of wow, the one that
No one imagined what wonderful things the little match girl had seen. and how happily she had gone with her grandmother into the bright new year.